you at? I know he's in Colorado. He's like, I'm at the gym right now. Where you at? Like, he started talking crazy to me. We started talking back and forth. This is like the beginning of me and Bud, like, even like just getting around each other. This is how we really became super cool. So I'm like, I'm on my way to the gym and I go pull up on him. When I pull up on him, he's in there, he about to spar. So I'm like, yo, you gonna give me some rounds? I'm talking so crazy, like, and this is one of the times that I had to actually learn that I'm not the best. Like, I gotta me right now, like. So I guess in the ring game, man, this dude got there beating me up. Like, we only sparred, I think, 2 or 3 rounds. It was 4-minute rounds, man. This dude beat me up so bad. I swear to God, that was the worst ass whooping I ever had as a fighter. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I went home that day, like, I just could not believe what happened. Like, because it don't happen to me. I was a kid, and I used to spar with pros. I used to beat up on pros all the time. Like, it was like, it was something new, and once he beat me up, the next time we sparred, I always made sure, like, this is going to be different. You ain't going to just beat me up. Like,
those are the words of Shakur Stevenson as he explains the worst ass whooping that he ever got in his life. And this creates another edition of Sparring Wars. Listen, people say sparring doesn't matter. People say, oh, it's nothing, it's just practice. Listen, it's practiced very seriously. Okay? You're getting hit, you're getting beat up, you're taking punches. Anytime when someone's punching you, it's serious. Okay? Now, this is not sparring is not an exhibition. Even though sparring can be light sparring, medium sparring, heavy sparring, it could be that way, but it's not always what you think. All right? It's not at all. You know, and a lot of times, just like you heard Shakur say, like, hey, I was 17. People say, oh, I was young. Well, young fighters whoop ass. Mike Tyson was knocking out adults. Canelo Alvarez was knocking out adults when he was young. He became pro when he was 15. So when you just because you're young don't mean you don't matter. You're not valid, right? You're an invalid fighter due to that fact because, you know, he was thinking like I could do this to Terence Crawford. And if Terence Crawford wasn't Terence Crawford, if he wasn't the great or he wasn't one of the pound for pound best, he would have been able to do that shit to Terence Crawford, but he couldn't. Now, this is out without revealing any details, but you don't have to if a guy's admitting that he beat my ass. You know, and those are these type of things where we need to realize that there is levels to this. You know, and what people should understand about Terence Crawford has so many different levels. You don't get that all the time. You know, you don't get those Floyd Mayweather-like guys that, okay, this ain't working. Let me try this then. Okay, you can adjust, then let me readjust. Those are the type of things that you need to realize about special fighters. There's such thing as a special fighter and a very good fighter. You know, and Shakur Stevenson knows that like you have to tame young people. And he was tamed. Because like he said, man, I was crazy. I want to, man, pull up on you. I want to fight. All that. Look. That's what you have to do. Okay? You have to respect your elders. You know, that's why Shakur Stevenson has so much respect for Terence Crawford to this day. Okay? So, I would love to see that sparring footage, but, you know, of course it's sparring, but, you know, that doesn't mean you can't see that raw footage and what really took place, you know. Shakur did say, hey, I won't let you just beat me up, but he didn't say he didn't win. He didn't say he ever won, did he? No. You know, and this is Shakur Stevenson, one of the lightweights, you know, one of the best lightweights with the potential of being one of the best around right now. You know, and this is another testimony of an ass whooping that he received messing around with Bud Crawford. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Shakur Stevenson admitting that Terence Crawford beat my ass and it was the worst ass beating that I've ever received. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.